Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 316 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be planet. And in the AI mode, you are going up against an AI player who just basically will be constantly generating things. We have our Ruins of Mars little play area here, and what you do on each turn is you select an area to go to. You sometimes acquire radiation. You then do actions based on what's up here and what's here and what's here. Once you're done with your action, you can then try to replicate a technology, and then you take whatever actions are here, and some of those will move over one space. So the more actions that are below it, the better, but you start off with more actions being under this heavily irradiated wasteland than any place else. And all the while, your AI component will continue to do the same thing and sort of make things like more difficult and so on. You start off, you choose a character. We're going to do that. Trying to see how that goes. And I am just noticing that the image is not updated here. So, hello. How we doing? There we go. Let's configure that video again. My computer is acting a little weird. Okay. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, good. Part of it is that I'm not hearing anything for audio. There we go. Which would usually tell me that the camera has clicked off. All right, so let's go ahead and choose a character. We're just going to shuffle here and then just choose randomly. Well, we got this. We got the trader, and the trader may use hourglasses to do wrench actions, which is interesting. We'll put the rest of those there. We're going to get 3 of these hourglasses to start off with. All right, and let's go ahead and get started here. So what's really interesting is that these little playmats here include the entire turn order. So everything that you need to know is actually on here, which is actually nice. It's nice to not have a separate player thing. So first you place the rover in whatever section you want to start with. So for example, if I wanted to start here, I could then do all sorts of fun things. The little radiation symbols, there are 3 here, 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, and then 1 here, will tell you where you're going to get radiation, how much radiation you're going to get. The wrench actions here, there's no wrench action here. So you get, and the wrenches are these things right here. And it's anytime that you see a wrench, you can do the wrench action. This is acquire one of these materials at your choice. This is learn a language, again, your choice. This is gain an hourglass, and these are things that basically let you do additional abilities. And then finally, heal radiation. So if you have any radiation, you'd then be able to heal it. These icons down here, for this, you're going to roll a dice, and you're going to get 1 to 3 hourglasses as a result. Here and here, these mean that you will acquire language in the icons that you see on these little things. So for example, if I go here, I will learn 1 green language and 1 blue language on these tracks. If I go here, I will learn 2 star languages, and also I will gain 1 orange, in addition to the wrench action that you see there. The little toaster icons or crate icons or whatever you want to call them, those are gain things, and these are just abilities that allow you to gain resources. So I would gain, if I went over here, 2 blues, 1 green, 1 orange, and you'll use those items to help you buy things down here under the tech area. So I think that covers it. The tech area will go here. Any tech that you place will go here. There's no requirement to put anything on level 1, but for level 2, you have to have at least A level mastery in 2 languages. So that's these spots right here. And then for column 3, you have to have those 2 A masteries plus 1 B mastery. So you have to have 3 of those to be able to start putting things there. For the mastery, you go up as far as here, but to get to this level, to get to the capstone, you actually have to, and I'm not entirely sure if the capstone is this symbol or if it's this amount right here, but to get that, you have to have at least 1 level 3 technology to get that far. So before you can actually get to that last spot, you have to fill in. You have to have at least one thing here. For 2 masteries, you have to have 2. For 3, you have to have a third item. But once you have that third item, you can get as many masteries as you want. The game ends when the tech mat is full, or you have mastery in 4 languages. The same for the AI. If the AI's tech map fills up, then you have to, or gets 4 level language masteries, then you get 1 more turn and that's it. As far as the technology goes, there are resource amounts listed on each. You'll gain these resources as time goes on, and then use those to buy these artifacts. However, the higher up an artifact is, means that you will then also have to... These should actually be down a little bit more. This is search deck. There we go. Should be like this. This indicates how many blues oxygens that you need. So if I were to go for this puzzle idol, for example, I would then need 3 oxygen to get it in addition to all these resources. Now finally, just in terms of scoring, you're going to get scoring based on how far up on each track you are. Lower the heat in here a little bit. You'll get points based on how far up you are. You'll also get points from certain technological items, and then finally you'll get points based on how you filled in these rows. If you have a complete row and they're all the same letter, each of these have a different letter, you will get a total of 9 points. If they are 3 different letters, you'll get 6 points, and if you have 3 that don't fit into either of those categories, then you will get 3 points. If you have the puzzle idol, that changes to 4, 8, and 12, so that can actually be somewhat beneficial. And that's pretty much it. I think that's a lot to cover. You'll get to see more of the game as we go on. So my first move, I have to pick one of these to start off with. And I know the AI will go for whichever spot has the most of these little white icons. So what I could do is I could just sort of sabotage him, send him over here to the wasteland where he'll get a 3 radiation, but we'll also get hourglasses, which counter radiation for the AI, and then also get a whole bunch of resources. So I kind of don't want to do that. I think where I want to go... it's not the best spot, but I kind of feel like maybe going here would be best. Because this is just kind of like, this is just awkward. I mean, I would get 2 resources, 2 masteries. And then 2 radiation, which is not great. So I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go here. So the first thing I do is I put my rover there. Now I can choose, if I want, to transfer an action tile from one of the 2 adjacent spots to this spot. What that does is it allows you to get a little bit of additional bang for your buck there. To do that, you have to either spend 2 hourglasses or 2 oxygen. You cannot mix and match. You can't do 1 hourglass, 1 oxygen, and it's too early in the game to really think that that's a good idea. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with this. I'm not going to take transfer any action tiles. I then take radiation. Now there's 1 radiation and that's part of this, and that's it. So I will take the 1 radiation. That'll go there. Then I'll use the wrench bonus. Now the wrench bonus here is gain a language of your choice. So I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to try to aggressively go up the red track here. There we go. And we'll see how that goes. Now if I wanted to, I could do this twice. I could apparently, I'm not sure exactly why there's 2 of the same thing there. So apparently I can do that at any time during my turn, and I can do it twice. So that's something good to know. For the wrench action, I've already taken 1. I don't think I'm going to take another one. Then for these, I'm going to gain resources. I'm going to gain 2 red and 1 orange. Then you're supposed to flip these over, shuffle them up, and then move them. Now, one of them will stay here. One of them will go to the spot to its right. And then if you had additional tiles, they would keep going, wrapping around if necessary. What I found it better to do is just roll the dice. If on 1, 2, 3 this stays, 4, 5, 6 this stays. So this will stay and this will move over to 1. And then for longer ones, I'll change how I do the dice rolling, but it just works out a lot easier than trying to pick them up, turn them over, shuffle them, rearrange them, put them back. It's all right. Relocate all action tiles. We've done that, and then pass the rover. So the rover is now going to go over to the AI. Before the AI acts, there is an additional shuffle that happens. So between your turn and the AI turn, but not vice versa, you're going to roll the dice. We are going to shuffle number 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it comes up 6, you don't do any shuffling. But we are going to have to relocate these, which sucks because that means that the AI will definitely go there. So on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, we'll keep one of those. So 3, that'll stay. On 1, 2, 3, this will move to here. 4, 5, 6, this will move to here. So this will move here. And by default, this will have to go one more spot. All right, so now that we've done the shuffle, now the AI takes the same turns that we take. Basically, they will place the rover. They'll go for the place with the most tiles. If there's a tie, they go to the right, unless you roll a 6, in which case they go to the left. Hope that's not too confusing. Then they will not transfer any action tile. They just never do that. They will acquire radiation. So they're going to acquire 3 radiation here. These radiations are worth negative 1 point at the end of the game, unless you have the most of them, in which case they're -2 per radiation. So it can be really deadly in a 2-player game if you have more radiation. They've taken the radiation. They will then use the wrench bonus. Now there's no wrench bonus here, so we don't have to worry about that. They will then take action. So what they're going to do is first roll the dice to see how many hourglasses they get. And of course they get 3. Anytime they get an hourglass and they have a radioactive symbol, they just get rid of the radioactive symbol. Anytime they get a radioactive symbol and they get an hourglass, they get rid of the anytime they get a radiation symbol and they have an hourglass, they get rid of the hourglass. Basically, they will get rid of these on a 1-to-1 basis. So they will never have both hourglasses and radiations. Those will cancel each other out. They then acquire resources, and they're going to acquire a lot of resources. They're going to require 2 of each. And this is where this hurts. They will then replicate 1 tech if possible. Now, the way that the AI replicates tech is that they will look at the most expensive thing that they have that they can qualify for. Now, they have no mastery in any language, so they can't get anything in these 2 columns. It's just this column. They will then go ahead and spend 1 of each resource to get that tech. And they will then put it on the top spot here. That means that they're going to gain 2 extra score at the end of the game. Whenever they place a tech, you then get rid of the bottom tech here and slide everything down. So it does have some effect here, but not a whole lot. Then it will now relocate all action tiles. And so on this one, we're going to roll. If it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, we'll keep that one. And if it's 5 or 6, we'll re-roll. 6, re-roll, 3. So 3 is going to stay. This column will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So it gets 3. This one will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gets this one. And by default, this will go here. And then this comes back to me. So that is a complete round. This keeps going until one player reaches the end condition, and that's pretty much it. We've already been recording for 13 minutes. So let's see how quickly we can get through this game. Now, the choice here is actually interesting. I'm going to go ahead and go to try to acquire resources. So we're going to hit the infirmary. There's no radiation here, so that's good. The wrench bonus is going to allow me to cure a radiation, so that's gone. We then acquire all these items. So we'll acquire 2 blue, 1 green, 1 orange, and 1 red. Now, we can choose to replicate a tech if we want to. Now, we can only get this column right now. We have no mastery in other languages. But we could spend oxygen to get 1. We've got 2 oxygen, so any of these 3 are fine. And we've actually got a good amount of resources. We've got 1 green, and that's all of them. We need 1 or 2 of the oranges, and then 1, 2, or 1 of these. We can qualify for each one of these. So the fuel pump is interesting. Basically, it gives you the opportunity to I think I'm going to get the energy collector. I think this is actually probably my best bet. So what the differences are, this is a one-time bonus. You'll go up on 2 of any language track you want to. If you see something like this, it's an ongoing bonus. It means that you can always use one of these hourglasses to get 2 fuel. And sometimes they're just permanent effects. So for example, like this, whenever you count stars, add 1. So this would now count as 3 stars instead of 2, which could be helpful. Not as helpful as you might think, but this is something at the start of your turn that will give you oxygen. This will allow you to learn languages based on hourglasses. This is just simply giving you 2 points. This is gain an hourglass at the start of your turn, a one-time bonus of 3 on the language scale, and then this changes your text scale at the end of the game. You'll see other effects as they go along. There's a lot of repeats in here, so don't worry about missing out. But I think what I want to do is I want to go... I think the best bet here is go for the energy collector. I think that is good. Now you, unlike this person over here, you are not required to put it in the top row. You can go any row you want, which is helpful if you're trying to get certain letter patterns going across. But we did use 2 red, 1 orange, 1 green, and then we were on this level, so we'll use 1 oxygen. Everything else slides down. We now relocate the action tiles. We'll go ahead and this will stay. This will go to here, and this will go here. And then we pass the rover. So the AI goes next. We'll roll to see which 3 is going to move its action tiles, which means we know where the AI is going to go. This is going to stay. This is going to go. The AI is going to go here. They will get 2 radiation. The wrench bonus here is gain resources. So we're going to do that. Now, the way that the resources works is that it will go with whatever it has the least resource of. So now there's 2 wrench bonuses here. We'll do the first one. That'll push this to blue. Then it will do the second wrench bonus. Since all of these are now tied, it will move up its top one, the fuel one. Then it will do the action here. The action here is going to allow it to gain proficiency at language, and it's going to gain 2 green, 2 blue, 1 red, 1 orange. It will then attempt to replicate a tech. It can replicate a tech, so it will take this top one here. AI gains 1 of each. Since we have to spend 1 of each, we'll just spend the 1 oxygen. That blows. And then this goes away. And these all come down again. And then it passes. Then we move all these tiles over. So the one that stays is going to be 4. The one that goes to the next column is going to be this. The one that goes to the 4th column will be this. And then this will go to the last column. And then we get the rover back. All right. So I think here's a pretty obvious choice. We're going to go here. We're going to then, we can choose to transfer an action tile. Might not be a bad idea. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. And we will do that. We have to use, I think, 2 hourglass to do it. But I kind of want to get, I want to get some progress made here. So we're going to use the 2 hourglass. We're going to transfer, I think, this one over. All right. So now we're going to do all this. We do the wrench bonuses first. We're going to gain 2 hourglasses back. And I know what you're probably saying. Why trade 1 wrench for 2 hourglasses for a wrench just to get an hourglass back? It's because I also get the blue. This will also spread out the tiles a lot more when we're done. Then we're going to do each of these items. We're going to gain 2, a total of 3 stars on this one track here. We're then going to gain 2 red. One of my beefs is that I don't feel like these are arranged in the right way compared to, like, it doesn't matter. 1 orange, so I will be tied there. We've got 2 blue. So we'll move up to there. 1 green. And I think that's it. Those are all our advances. And that's pretty much it. Now we can't replicate any technology, so we'll skip that part. So we're going to relocate all of these. 1 through 5 is the one that stays. That stays. 1 through 4 is the one that goes to the right-hand column. Then we'll do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes there. All right. So that is the end of our turn. The AI goes next. The AI first will see if there's any spot that needs to be really allocated. 4, there always has to be 1 action tile at least, so nothing happens here. The AI will then go to, it either can go here or here. It will go here because, again, it's going to choose the right unless we rolled a 6. So it chooses this one. It has no radiation to take. It gets a wrench bonus of 1. So it will take that wrench action to get rid of the radiation there. Then it will gain resources on this. So it's going to gain 3 green. 1, 2, 3. 1 blue and 1 red. All right, that's not great because that means it's going to get another tech item. AI gains 2 hourglasses. Again, this will cancel this one out. We'll get rid of that, and then it will gain 1 more. Now, once it gains 3 in a tech column, that's it. It can't gain any more. This will go away. And all of these come down by 1. We then reallocate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 stays. This goes here, and this goes here. All right. And then we're back to my turn. So what I could do is I could be kind of bold and go for this right here. I could also go here and get the language. It's always a tough call because I mean, I really don't need the hourglasses. The hourglasses would be helpful, but there's also no wrench action here, and there's a ton of wrenches. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go here. I'm going to get the 2 radiation. I can transfer 1 action tile if I want. Do I want to do that again? And I think I do. I'm going to go ahead and trade the 2 hourglasses to transfer. I think I'm going to transfer this over. All right, so I can get 2 resources. I will go ahead and get... what can I pick up here? I could pick up the backup tanks, which would be nice. I could pick up another energy collector, which seems a little redundant. I can't get anything in this column yet. I think I'm going to go for this, which means I need to have 2 of these. I need to have 1 of the greens, and that'll be my 2 gain actions here. All right. Next up, we're going to gain language mastery. We're going to go up 2 on the orange track, and we're going to go 1 up on the red track. We're going to go 2 up on the blue track, and then 1 up on the green track. We are now at A-level mastery at 1 language. We need a second mastery here to be able to get anything into this column. But we have enough to actually get some level 1 resources, so we will go ahead and do that. We will get... I think we're going to get this backup tank here. We have to spend 1 oxygen to do it. We have to spend all our oranges and spend all our greens. But we'll do that, and we'll put that here. These all come down. And then in exchange for that, I can go ahead and get rid of this if I want to. Basically, I can do a 1-to-1 trade. That'll be helpful, I think, closer to the end of the game. The hourglasses are deceptive. Like, you start off with 3, but it's really difficult to actually get more. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle this up. 4 stays. This one moves to the next one. This is a good portion of the game, is just manipulating these tiles. It is kind of a... I feel like if there were an app for this, it would actually be very helpful because this is something where the app would really come in handy. Let's roll to see which one it's going to move. It's going to move 2, except there's only 1 there. So the AI is going to go here. It's going to gain 2 radiation. Since there's 1 radiation already there, or 1 hourglass already there, it will just gain the 1 radiation. It's then going to do wrench actions. There is no wrench action for it to take here. It's then going to gain resources. It will gain resources as follows. It will gain the 2 reds, 1 orange, 1 blue, and then 2 wild card resources. And again, it will look at whatever it has the least of. So it's going to gain 1 orange and 1 blue. So it's got a lot of resources right now, but it cannot do anything here because it has not reached A mastery in 2 different languages. So that's it for him. For our opponent, that will stay. This will go to the next one, and this will go here. All right, so it's off to me, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. We then have the opportunity to move a tile over. We're not going to do it. We don't have enough resources to do it anyway. We will get the wrench action is going to give us an hourglass, which we can then use to get rid of that last radiation there. We then do some mastery of languages. We get to count this as 3. So we will go up 1, 2, 3 on this track. We'll go up 2 on the blue. We'll go up 1 on the orange. And I think that's it. Now you will notice we've now hit A mastery in 3 different languages. So we can start filling in this track once we get enough resources. Let's go ahead. We don't have any resources right yet, so we're going to have to wait. That will stay. And then this will move to the next one and over here. We then go back to the AI and we'll do the same thing again. This moves, except it can't. It will take this one, and this is going to hurt us, I think. It will gain the radiation. It will then do wrench bonuses. In this case, it will use the wrench bonus to heal 1 radiation. It then gains resources. It's going to gain 1 orange, 1 red, or 1 red, 1 orange, 2 greens, 1 blue, and then the 2 star bonuses. So it'll gain 1 here and 1 here. It does not have A level mastery yet of any language, so it cannot do anything in level 2. It's got the resources to it. Once it gets past those A masteries, it's going to go crazy. So it's going to start moving things. 6 will re-roll. 3 will stay. This will move to the next one. This will move here. And this will move here. All right, comes back to me. I think I have to go for the wasteland, as bad as that looks. So we're going to gain 3 radiation from going here. But I need resources. And then we're going to roll the dice to see how many hourglasses we get. And I got 1. That sucks. We're going to use that to wipe out a radiation. Should go in here. All right, so we got a whole bunch of stuff here. These are all, the wrenches don't matter, but we will gain resources. We'll gain 2 reds. We'll gain 2 oranges. We'll gain 3 greens and 1 blue. Can we get anything in this column or this column? And that is a good question. We can't get the prime filter. The prime filter costs a little bit too much. We need 1 more orange to basically do that. We could get 1 more energy collector and really skyrocket up that track. We have enough resources to do it. We could get 1 of these gamma pills. The gamma pills would be helpful because it would allow us to basically wipe out that radiation. I don't see anything else that's really going to work. It has to be 1 of these 4. And I don't have 3 orange, so it's neither of these. It's 1 of these 2, and that will complete us. So I think what I'm going to do is... I think I'm going to go for the energy collector. I'm going to get another 1 of those. So that will complete everything for column 1. We never need to go to level 1 again. Nobody needs it. I'm going to go ahead and take away 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, and this was at the bottom so I don't lose any oxygen. So now each time I hit that, it'll be worth 4. And I'm just going to make sure that that's the case. They have a nice little summary in the back here. Just making sure the camera's still on. Oh, it's just a gallery of the images. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stays. 4 stays. 2 goes to the next one. Goes here. Goes here. Goes here. All right, the AI gets this next one. First, we have to pick a location to potentially move. Doesn't move anything. So in this case, as I mentioned before, if it rolls a 6, it will go to the one with the most resources, but then go to the left this time. So it'll go here. It's going to gain a total of 3 radiation, which is awesome. I love it when my opponent gets radiated. It'll then do the wrench bonus. For the wrench bonus, it will look at whichever ones it's got the least of. So it will gain 1 here and then 1 here. It then gains mastery of language. For the green, for these 2, it's going to go up by 1, and then for brown, it's going to go up by 2. We'll then go ahead, and it can't get any level 2 technology yet. All right, so 3 stays. Oh, that's 3, sorry. And then this will go here, and this will go here. I was really hoping to get this over here or here so I could actually apply it. Because I don't have enough resources to move anything else up. I feel like what I need to do is I need to go to the workshop now. I will go here. I will gain 1 radiation. For the wrench bonus, I have 1 wrench bonus. That'll give me mastery in any language. I will go ahead and move my blue up by 1